Now it loads. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Okay, now everything is working. Now I need to get the live chat again into my Twitch. Docs. Custom browser doc. Different chat. Okay. There's my chat, live chat. I don't know why this is like doing so many hiccups right now. This is a bit weird. Dude, can we like get a 50-50 here? I just need to see that this is working somewhat, okay. Then we need this. Sorry, I'm just like looking into what to do here. And then we do... Okay, now it should hopefully work. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Now everything should work. So anyway, we are painting this mini. It could happen that I need to up my printing game and then repaint some of these, but yeah. The MK4 has like the big disadvantage of being input shape only, which is okay, but like I feel like when I use input shaping, the minis come out worse sometimes. So yeah, it's like a bit annoying, but we will fix that. Also, I need to dry my filaments a bit more. So we start this by doing the same we did yesterday. We need to like go in there and like get a bit of the stringing out. I'm kind of excited, by the way. So we're not too deep into that, but like I am. That like Matt Mercer decided to like do not play D&D 5th for the next campaign. I wonder what happens to like all of the people who got into like D&D through Matt Mercer if they basically leave D&D and go to Matt Mercer's pen and paper, which he does. Which I think is the main reason why this is happening. Just to sell it. But yeah. So, my player wanted the colors to be... The description of the character was like how the colors should look. Was like, please do Anji Mito. So we're doing Anji Mito. Anji has blues, blacks, and whites, right? Anji has like these deep blues. I'm thinking about which, like maybe using 4 colors for that. He's also a blue scaled cobalt, which makes it a bit. They were not weirder. Like I don't want to like if the player wants it, he gets it. But like the problem with that is like everything looks like a skin. It's like wearing a skin colored shirt, right? Some people do that during the summer, which is weird. Why not go like topless? Then he has like these deep, like he has like blacks. So we go into the same color choice of yesterday with the dark grays and the blacks to have it like basically that. Then we have whites again. So we take similar to gigs yesterday. And so now we have the weapons, and the weapons will be well, the shield is a shield with a shield boss, so that will be like easy to do with like metal colors. And of course we have the darkish red, basically what we use for Giggs' backpack. We use for the shield colors probably, because that is like how Anji's fans are. By the way, the Giggs model looks quite good in my opinion. For what the model is, it's a very, very dynamic model already. I really like the model. Could be better in some aspects, but again, like the main problem I have is with it is not the paint job, but the print. The print looks like ass. So we start with this. These are our main. So just to like see, these are our main colors. We have like a few. So I would just say we start. We also, that is important, we also have like chainmail right there at the arms. So the chainmail we also paint with like a metal color, I think. But the rest will be like very orangey. So let's start with the blue of the Dragonborn, right? Of the Kobold, I mean. We start with the darkest color again. Hi Gara, how are you doing? Where are my paintbrushes? So again, first of all, we base this model. Thin the paint a bit, get a bigger brush. I just need to find how I should like hold the mini. Doing fine, came way late from work, but well, happens. With like the stream yesterday in hindsight and seeing how the mini turned out, probably one of the best colors I've painted with. Like, definitely, like, would recommend to everybody who loves mini painting. Like the model kit, like once you thin it down, it has great coverage on most colors. There's like one color I would say needs like 2 layers at least, and that is like the yellow. But everything else, watered down, is like still better than like Army Painter unwatered. Like this looks a bit more like at the tail here. Do I get the focus there? Where the gray shines through, that is a bit more like Army Painter. I'm sorry if like YT is a bit laggy. I do not know why. YT just stopped my stream a few minutes ago randomly. I don't know what's going on with that service right now. Also, I watered it down a bit too much, in my opinion. That is too much water. How was it called? 8 out of 10, too much water. IGN, thank you. Yeah, it's a bit weird because again, like my stream stopped randomly, the music stopped, like everything abruptly stopped, and now it's back. But like your comment, like I see your comment at 19:52, right? Like 8 minutes before 8, 8 before 8, yeah, and like. The weird thing about that is like, as far as I can see, it didn't pop up in my OBS right now, so. So I'm thinking about making the cloak blackish, but like Anji's cloak is more of like, his wavy clothes, his like entire getup is like very blue heavy, right? Friend of mine asked if I could like print him a certain anime statuette. Yeah, I think so. Like, we will see how it turns out. Again, like on a 3D printed model, like the colors have like a very different effect because we have layers between like the printed parts, right? But I hope that we get to the point where like, when I need to sit down for like a week or so and just optimize my printer the entire day. Which would mean no streaming, no anything. And then we had like better models. I think that is like more interesting then. But we'll see. TBH, at this point the song started and I was like thinking, man, this song sounds quite gay. And that is coming from someone who's willingly sleeping with men, right? Like, oops. Dude, somehow the color... I need one drop, please. Thank you. Yeah, like I think so too. There's like two steps of like gay. But like, we use gay in Germany different as well, right? Like, gay is not homosexual for us. For us, like, if someone would use, like, as a derogatory term, use schwul, which is gay in German, that is like the oh no, you cannot say that phrase, right? But like, if you say, oh, that's gay in Germany, like, das ist gay, then like, it's basically like a nothing thing. Why is not the YT chat showing up properly? Wait a second. Yeah, that is true. find it funny that usually when I out myself, like it's super fun because some like I'm not telling, right? Because there's like still people in the world who are like, dude, do we have the song again? I'm not talking about True Underdog. But like many people like do not know, and that's fine. Not everybody needs to know. I'm thinking when the armor is like Anji's, right? What do we do in black then? Like I'm thinking about like what is black and what is blue. I think the upper plate should be like. Yeah, he's coming back, right? He heard me talking shit and now he's here. The hammer, you mean? Nah, the hammer is not blue. I think the hammer will be like at the we take Anji's fan colors for the hammer, right? But like the problem is if I do the chest blue now, like the head piece will not pop as much. Maybe I do this like basically I do the cape blue. And then if I do the cape blue, I can make the chest black. So we don't have like directly touching blue parts and directly touching like black parts. I am printed it further because I had so many problems with my printer. Again, I will let you know. I have like a few projects right now, so the Gunbreaker is a bit on the back burner, TBH. But you will get it. Like, you will get one. The problem right now is I have just one powerhouse printer. Again, I will buy a Prusa Core 1. And that is like a Core XI printer, which means it's even faster than the one I have. And once I have that, like, these projects are easier to like accomplish. But again, right now, my mind is a bit on something else. So, yeah. I need to talk to my raid lead about the raid days for the next Final Fantasy tier. Because I need to plan stuff for the Pathfinder thing. And I cannot do it on raid days, who would thunk. Also like other stuff on raid days, right? I think this belly part here will turn blue. Like the side and belly parts I think will also turn blue. But I'm not sure right now. I will make them cautiously blue. Oh no, my finger is blue. Undershading. Yeah, I'm thinking about like 2 or 3 different things right now. I let myself inspire, like, once I see it. Let's do it with that. But yeah, what I wanted to say was like about like the gay thing. Like for most people, the coming out was like during a joke because I'm like not like hard pressed about it. But like nobody, like it's nobody's business what I do in my own free time, right? Like someone does a stupid joke about like, yeah, those people, right? And then like I'm like, yeah, me, haha. I just don't need to run around and tell everyone, dude, look what I am. Which is my biggest criticism about the alphabet community, let's call them that. It's not that they want to be represented, it's like what pisses me off is they make everyone else pissed off about something that is nobody's business but theirs. Right? I hate that so much. That's my biggest problem with that. Like, again, I'm open with that. If someone comes to me and says, well, what are you? Or like I flirt with someone, right? It's like, dude, that's my thing. But I'm not like, dude, I want to be represented. Like, no. Like, I know someone who has like trouble with that. And I'm like, dude, like, you don't need to be like in the closet. You don't need to be like scared of that. Like, I would not tell everyone because there's like people who hate these people. I don't know why, but they just randomly hate them, right? Like, those people I would not tell. But like everyone of like, for example, I think all of my apprentices know that because like they flat out ask like, because like when you talk to someone, you like if I say like, yeah, I met someone, right? I dated, like, I had a date with someone, and then you say the word he, people are like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, but also could be a she, you know? Like, it comes up in conversation, just randomly. I'm not, like, secretive about that. So, like, the people who know. I know that I told my parents, and they somewhat are like still, I think, in like, without like saying my parents are bad or something like that, but they are like still questioning sometimes because they, right, my mom says sometimes like, oh yeah, a wife or a husband, right? And like there's an awkward thing, and I'm like, maybe. I don't care. My parents are very, very open to like everything. I think the priority of my parents is that we are happy than like some old age bullshit, right? Let's take the black then, right? Like, I'm like very, very open for that, like that I love my parents. Like, yeah, again, you sometimes disagree with some stuff they say or think, or have some opinions that differ from yours, but that's normal in life everywhere. No. But they're always supportive. If I need something, dude, my dad, if I need something and he can't like do it, he does it for me. Like, that's so crazy. I like literally brought up like in like a side sentence basically, right? Like quickly like brought up that, oh yeah, I have like for my faucet in like my kitchen, right? It's like an old ass faucet. It's like it has like this weird plastic knobs, and one of them like basically broke off. I know my parents tease me for being bi in a different wording. Okay. But like okay, in a positive sense, yeah. But what I wanted to say was like my dad, right? He was like, yeah, like I just said in like a sentence, yeah, that faucet, right? It like basically it's like a plastic faucet, right? And like through like turning it, like basically like through usage, it rounded off, so like it could not grip properly. And I said to my like like literally a sentence like, yeah, I need to look into that. I didn't find anything online. I need to do deeper research. 2 days later, dad in front of my door. Hey, you said you needed that, and I know someone who's like doing installation work, and he has that shit lying around. So I asked him and got you that, right? Even drove over to me just to like give me that. It's so crazy. My dad is such a good man. Again, in every family relationship, you say and do stuff that you regret or do not like. Mean in hindsight, right? Yeah, he's like he came over to me, right, and said like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, dude, dad, nice you're here. Wanna stay for a coffee, right? My dad and I have like an awesome relationship. Like my dad worked at the same company I do. He's now in retirement, early retirement, because he got like basically an offer that, well, he did not want to refuse. And so my dad, like, he's like a very, very awesome man, right? Like, he like helped me during my job, helped me acquaint myself with certain people, and that helped me tremendously. And like my dad, like, he drove me to work, to school, like, because we did have the same route, because I lived at my parents during my apprenticeship. But like, dude, my dad is so fucking. Again, my parents have quirks. Everyone has quirks. Nobody's perfect. But my dad literally told me, if when you move out, I do not want to be there. And like, because we did like work in this apartment, it was like not nearly finished. But I wanted to like move out because, well, work colleague and I were sleeping here. Because like we went to like well, I don't know what we went to a workshop basically with work from work, and like he needed to sleep here because, well, we needed to get up very early. And the first night I slept here, he was like also there, and I said, well, I will sleep there and probably take my stuff and leave. And my dad was there, dude. My dad was like, my dad was crying, and like I was crying, and like he was like, dude, I'm going to miss you so much. And I'm like, yeah. And that was like 2 years ago, and I still feel like my dad is like still sad because of that, because he and I have like very good talks, right? Like my dad and I, we connect on a very deep level, I would say. Again, even though we have very differing opinions on certain things. Like we have fought like a bunch of times, right? But he knows like I don't take a grudge. But I'm also like not taking like I like that about my parents, that like we can say stuff, and like I'm always on that mindset, like I need like a few hours to cool down, and then I'm like, okay, now we can drink beer again together, right? I'm like that. And my dad is like similar to that, but he needs like a day. But like he also I think he respects that I don't take shit. Like even if he's like of a differing opinion, and like I argue against him. Yeah, right. Like when we have like our disputes, I would say, he's always like, okay, good. We bash our heads now. Now we can talk. And I know you have your opinion, I have mine. And even if I'm right or if he's right, like we accept each other and like work together as a team very well. My two brothers, by the way, love them to death. Like they're very different characters. So like I do not know anything about like. Dude, now I'm like regretting making the plates on the legs with different colored, but we will get there. like my two brothers are like very different in that regard. Dude, I think, yeah. They're both not like people who are doing like manual labor. Well, of them are like more of like, yeah, we're not like, we're not craftsmen. We are basically wait a second, I need to see where this plate ends. Isn't it there? Sorry, taking the mini out of the frame for a sec. I need to see something. Oh, dude, I hit it right. It's like literally the edge on the mini. I need to like change the lighting. The edge of the mini is like literally where the black ends. Like they're working. My brothers are both like well, I do not want to like basically tell what my brothers do for a living, but they work like more in the financial sector. Though my little brother is like dude, I love my little brother, right? Like I also love my big brother. My little brother and I, we're like shitlords to one another. I know he's a fucking shitlord, right? Like absolutely. I always call him asshole, but he's like such a lovable asshole, you know? That's why I get along with him so well. And like my big brother, he's like a very kind-hearted soul, right? He can also like be a little like he can be a little shit sometimes. Like he can be snarky as fuck. But like he's a very, very good and like empathetic person, and I cherish both of them because like they're such good people. Sometimes I just like think like as you always do with brothers, right, or siblings, you're like always like, oh god, man, right? But like not in like a way where you're like, dude, I do not want to see that person, but in a way where you say, dude, I know you I don't know. It's like sometimes they can get like, I wouldn't say annoying, but like it can be frustrating with siblings sometimes, because especially if you're like someone who's like extrovert and like outspoken usually. My little brother is also very outspoken and extrovert, but like sometimes someone needs charge, and if it's always you or mostly you that says something or does something or tries to get something started, right, it can get annoying. But like again, I love my brothers. My brothers are awesome. And my mom is especially my mama. My mama is like the best. She has a very big heart. What I want to say is like I'm not like a typical person on the internet. I like a very good family life. There's ups and downs like in every life, but like my life up to this point, even though I said yesterday like there are some moments that got a bit darker, but my life has been great up to this point, and I'm very happy for that. Would not live a different life. I like being an average Joe who's like has like an average life, but like makes it special through his own actions, you know? You know what I find so funny? Like in general, I find it funny that like we as people tend to try and be like the most. We try to be like very remembered, like everyone tries to be remembered, right? I think life sometimes for some people is a death to be like a death, a race to be like remembered for something, right? That's why we do most shit, right? Recognition. Like there's always two motivations, right? Survival or power is what I talk. What like it's weird. I'm talking about like when you write a villain, right? You like the villain can have two motives: survival or power. And with power is also recognition, right? Like something to like either you do something because you need to survive, or you do something because you want to gain something, right? That's like a bit like explained a bit better. So like same as like in real life, like we either like do something to like live, or we do something to be remembered, basically, right? And I find it funny that like young people are always trying to be like remembered, but then like over time they learn that they just like need to live, and like it's such a weird like like I do not want to sound like, oh yeah, I figured out the code, man, but like isn't it funny that like most of the time this happens? We just like people just start like living their lives in like, well, not reclusion, but like they live their lives and nobody like remembers them, and it's fine. Like how many people do you remember, like from the top of your head, like that like have impacted world history, except for like like in recent time, for example, right? Like outside of bubbles, for example, right? So for example, what young people have shaped the world? I think the only one that I've seen that like did something crazy to shape the world in like a very different way is forgot her name because I'm stupid. Fridays for Future girl. I think she like actually had like a very big impact for like someone who's alive and young. What is her name, man? If I see it again, I will be angry. Friday for Futures girl. Shaking my bottle, by the way, while I'm like googling. Swedish, blah blah blah, climate change, blah blah blah. Greta Thunberg, Jesus Christ. I think that's like one of the few young people who actually did like change on a big scale. Like moved something, right? I'm not saying it's good or bad, I'm not judging that. I'm just saying she did something, right? She got the attention and like the lifespan, like she was in the news cycle. Well, that's not hard to do, but like she was like basically a voice, which is crazy to me, and like basically started like so many like economical activist group, right? So we're taking white and gray and try to apply it on the pants, which covers as usual very, very well. But yeah, like other than that, like I don't remember any like impactful young people, and I'm not trying to diss them, but like many young people just don't have the resources to be like impactful. It's like a fact of life. Why do so many like older people go into politics? It's like old rich people usually because they have the money to do so. Not trying to like diss someone again, but like it's usually the reason, right? Politics are not cheap. And it's easier to talk with a wallet than without, right? Who would you give your vote first? The guy who gives you like a million, or like the other guy with pretty similar like talking points? Who does not give you millions? I did a big dum-dum here. I should have done these legs first. Okay, the pants are white now, which is a bit better. And now comes the hard part. We need to find the color of cord. Because Anji has like these cords and this character also has them. We could also do the shield first. We do... I have ideas. I see 3 metallic colors here. Yeah, but anyway, what else is new? So yeah, I wanted to do a long stream tomorrow maybe, but it could be that I need to shorten it a bit. But we'll see. Dude, I want to say, if the playlist stopped already, then I would be like very, very angry. Which is the darker one? Which is supposed to be the darker one? Whoa. Color gradient, help me! Gunmetal is the darkest one, okay. Water the teensy tiny bit. Yeah, that's a pretty dark metal color. Awesome. We're getting like a metal color on the buckler. Because it's a buckler. But it's more of a steel shield, right? Like it's a round shield, a normal round shield. Buckler would be smaller. Also, one of my players needs to still print, needs to get a mini printed. So if he wants to have that mini for Friday, I need a mini thing, right? I need to plan because otherwise there will be no mini on Friday. And I would love to have a new character mini for a new character. Okay, let's see. We can do one more drop of the gunmetal because I have other stuff. Getting the gunmetal ready. And here we are again at the critical point where everything needs to be very clean otherwise. Otherwise the mini gets a bit fucked. But then again, here's chainmail, so let's do that. So the shield we pep up a bit. The arms I would not like go further on the color. I think the silver for the arms is very good and it looks very natural under the light. But the shield gets like a bit of a glow up still. This shield gets damaged, like I will fuck with it a bit. The rest of the color we can take to make the hammering part of the hammer a bit silvery. And now we get to the Anji part that annoys me the most about Anji's design. The belts, the ropes, the bondage. Because that part of the kit, bonk, basically is like very, very, very occurish tones. With like these tones. Iraqi sand, gold brown, and US field drab. Dude, it's actually called Earth. It's Tierra, right? And that's like US field drab. By the way, just showing you like the difference of like quality between like still my Grey Knight, right? This is like one of my first painted Grey Knights. I think he is like very stylish. I love him. Again, the color gradients really worked out. Though he's not done, like absolutely not. Like there's like imperfections everywhere. But like I did a quite okay job, I would say. Though I see like 5 things I would instantly do better. But I love him. My little Grey Knight. But like compare the size of that mini and the bulkiness of like Space Marines to like that mini, right? It's like he's like a head smaller. Now we take this mini, like done in the same editor, by the way. It's like bigger and like more detail. Like you can paint it easier, right? It's not that I say, well, the minis should because it's harder to paint. I love smaller minis, but it's always the problem with like 3D printed small minis that they are a bit flimsy. Again, not saying that it is bad or not saying anything, but like it's just a bit like more annoying to get into like the crooks and stuff. But that is the challenge. You cannot always do easy challenges and say, well, I'm good at something. You need to challenge yourself a bit. And again, I'm trying these colors. This is like not something that I will like be proficient at in the first try. Just the tip. Okay, we need to like be careful now with the ropes. How to hold it so you see the most. What is happening with my light source here, dude? Again, I'm saying this over and over, but remember that there's no mistakes, only happy little accidents. Best thing that Bob Ross taught me, like, seriously, that man, like, was so wise in terms of, like, art, of course. I don't know his other views in life, but, like, he was such a good artist. Like, he like, actually, like, did so much with like mistakes. It's incredible. If you like watch like a Bob Ross painting stream, which like most people do at some point in their lives, you see how much the guy does like with mistakes. I always take that same example. If I do a mistake and it's like not something egregious but also hard to like recover from, I do something with a mistake. It gives stuff more personality. I'm also like a very like I actually am like in a painter, like if you put me like into like realism or abstract paintings, I like abstract more than like real. Not because like I cherish people who can like paint realistically. I wish I could. Like, I'm not that good at like doing a real painting of someone. But I love abstract more. If someone does a good abstract painting, like what I always say about like abstract and like realism, or idealism and like sorry, it's abstract and natural, and I always mix it up. Sorry, like naturalistic painting or an abstract painting is like naturalistic paintings. Someone put their entire workload in that, right? They put their sweat in it. But with a good abstract painting, someone puts like their heart and soul into it. That's why I like abstract so much more. I think my parents still have like one of my first abstract paintings. Which is like, our arts teacher in like 5th grades onwards which we did like abstracticism and stuff like that with. She went to retirement sadly quickly after we did that class, but she like had one of the best abstract things ever. She was like, okay, the theme was, if I remember correctly, an explosion, right? It's like, okay, let the colors explode in like any way, shape, or form you wanted. And like that first painting for me was like in a very happy time of my life. I was quite young. I had so much energy, right? And so like I closed my eyes and said, what does it look like? And I did like that, like summery colors, like that red and like red to yellow, like every color gradient with like blanks in there. Explosion of color, and that is like still one of my favorite paintings. There's also an oil painting of mine that is like a bit abstract, more in like a comic style. One of my first, like, and in my opinion, best oil paintings. They gave like a girl I was very interested in, but like we somewhat dated, but were not girlfriend boyfriend, right? Like went out on dates. And when I confessed, I gave her like also, because she liked the artist angle of mine, I think I gave her an oil painting, right? That expressed my feelings, and she basically said no. Met someone else, and I think they're married now, so yeah, that went well for her. Sad for me, but hey. Like in hindsight, that thing would also have never worked out. Like actually, like never. Way too different like viewpoints of like in life. I need to like focus the camera there. Oh shit, I made a mistake there. I quickly knew that outside of the camera because that is like a very small thing to see. But yeah, like, that was like also a weird thing in my life. There's like many weird things in my life. Many things I'm actually glad they did not went any further than they did, but like in general stuff, it's like it's a bit weird. Like in hindsight, I'm very like I'm still a bit sad about it, but like I wanted at a younger age wanted to join the army, like the Bundeswehr, and got rejected because of my eyes. My eyesight is like very bad. So they said, well, if you like what happens if you lose your glasses on the battlefield? And I'm like, dude, same as like if I had like 5 dioptrin less, like I would die, period. Right. It's like well then I right sorry I stopped my thought there. So I was thinking about like joining the army when I left school, and in hindsight I'm glad I did not, because I bounced very hard back on the not seeing blood thing. Like I for a time I could do it very well, so for me it's like a head thing I think, but like it's bounced back to where I have a hard time seeing blood. So yeah, that's a bit sad, but by the way, we are not finishing this mini today. Like, I will stop streaming in an hour, so rest will happen tomorrow when I have my wet palette also, so I don't need to like waste color because this would stay usable for quite a while. But yeah, like if I would have joined the army, I wouldn't be streaming today. So take it as it will. If it's better or worse. Like for the people watching me, it's probably better. In theory, in general, it's better for me now. My life got better by not joining the army. Let's say it like this. Because I met so many people who I would not have met that like furthered my life experience. Are these ropes? For example, I fucked up that leg tremendously now, right? Happy little accident. We will fix this. I need to see the model full scale at some point because I don't know if that are like plates or just ropes. But if I remember correctly, these are like also ropes. Because the lower ones also wrap around the legs, if I remember correctly. I like the Japanese lower legs actually. I did dislike them at first, but I like them quite well right now. I think I would do the legs last, like the brown stuff around the legs, like the ropes, because the problem I have with the ropes around the legs is that they are so hard to do, and I need like very much patience for that, which I do not have tonight. Like we are doing the other colors now. Because the legs will be a headache. So we need a good brown. We're taking the same good browns we took yesterday for the colors of the gigs, but now we do the belts with that lighter brown. So we have like a bit of diversity with the leathers. But yeah, like we are like doing the belt a bit different now, because I don't want every leather to look the same. So I'm trying to like have a good focus on this, but like this is so hard to do right now. The problem is the shield is in the way. I'm doing the chest belt basically. I also have to rethink my camera setup. Also, I painted the chest. That fucking sucks, man. So we have a belt. Like, I don't know why this character, like, I like his design. I really like it. Again, the print came out not so good, which I will try to fix in the next few weeks. Then my prints turn out better, because that destroys the entire painting process a bit. Like, that's not very, very good. But like, this character, like, not only gets a Guilty Gear color scheme, but like has Guilty Gear-esque belts. Like, there's like belts everywhere. Paint him like Anji Mito, they said. Me actually painting Anji Mito, you know. Anji Mito has like the same belt problem as any other Guilty Gear character, like actually. Dude, why are these lyrics so cringe, man? I mean, the rhymes are better. Like, sorry to say, again, big Vivzy Pop fan, right? Like, absolutely, watch the shows, like them. But like, the songs sometimes are actually ass. Like, Hell of a Boss has like actually some ass songs in like season 1. Because the problem is like people love the Moxie Millie song, right? But I do not like it. I hate cringe ass lyrics that have like shitty rhymes. I'm sorry. Same with like Stolas' song. I like Stolas' songs. Usually I like his singing voice. He does a very, very, very good singing voice. But hear me out, guys. The lyrics are ass. Like, these lyrics rhyme better than some of the Pope songs. I think the only song I have from Vivzipop that I have on like any playlist is Hell's Greatest Dad. I think that's her best song she can like produce. Because that is like a bop and the lyrics flow. Again, just my opinion, but like, yeah. I think they flow better. Though the Has Been Hotel songs flow better in general. Remember, by the way, sorry that I like switched topics to like something very, very different. But like, remember when like people back in the day, like I mean like early 2000s, made jokes about like, dude, there will be like a Dark Shanks in One Piece, and he will like be the antagonist, man. And then like now Oda introduced Shanks' evil twin. Like actually, he's Shanks but evil. I find it so ridiculous. I just say the surprise, he is another villain trope so annoying. Like that trope is like, why? Right? Also my music stop. Dude. Yeah, play a new song. I would have been way happier if One Piece ended after like the Yonkos got taken down. We go to Laugh Tale, final confrontation end. I'm sorry to say, but the ending will flow like ass. It's like... I like One Piece. I like the idea of One Piece. Always liked it somewhat. Had like a very big hate relationship after the time skip with it. Because like the like, how can you make that big of a time skip and have like two shitty arcs back to back? It's incredible how you can do that, right? But like... the entire Yonko saga was very good, I would say. Like, the problem with One Piece is the fucking pacing, man. Everything takes forever. Like, I like slow burn. Like, I like slow burn stuff. But, like, One Piece is like, oh. If I would describe Oda's writing style as, like, a food, I would, like, compare it to sushi. It's like good while it's fresh, but like as soon as it ages, it like makes you shit bricks. Oda is like very good at like writing short stories, I feel like, but nothing more. Like those giant arcs that are always like happening in One Piece. Dude, I can like as a joke say, okay, an arc, right? Where like a kingdom is suppressed by like a tyrannical ruler, and the Strolls arrive and free it. And then you could post the thing about like Atomic Skull, where it says, "Do you know a little that narrows it down?" Because like, dude. You just realized how peak Alabasta was? When you realize Oda tries to repeat it over and over and over again. Sorry, move the print away. Like, I'm a big fan of the Alabasta arc, but Jesus Christ, man. 15,000 times the same arc is not interesting, I'm sorry. So, we've done the first thing, now we are going further. We go a layer above. This is too bright blue. We used this already, so we need to use the next brighter. Nearly like skipped a step. I'm actually interested, like, if, like, One Piece is finished, did Oda ever say that he wants to go into retirement? Oh, dude, that was a bit thick, man. Thin it down a bit more. Because I do not think that Oda will ever finish his works. Like he will still be going on and write more stuff, I feel like. Like, I don't think we will see a story about, like, Luffy's kid. I think Oda will not pull a Boruto. Though I would love to see people freak out when, like, they see, like, a red-haired Luffy pop up and, like, oh no, it was Luffy and Nami all along. Who would have guessed? Poor Hancock is just a simp for Luffy, but not his future wife. Like, I doubt that they will, like, if they make a ship clear. Though Oda loves his, like, black-haired, like, characters, right? So that could also still be a thing, but he could also have that with Nami. Like the most, like, I don't want to go into like a shipping debate about like One Piece because like I could not give less of a fuck because it has nothing to do with the story, but anyway. Like if Oda makes canon couples, I will tell you the following. What the? Oh, that's my YouTube video, not my stream. Where is my stream? Yeah. Like if Oda does like canon One Piece like couples, it will be definitely like either like I don't think Usopp will like be in a Straw Hat coupling because he has like the rich girl from his like home island from the Kuro arc. She's waiting for him. Nami, like Luffy x Nami is like very, very likely. I don't think like with all of the hinting, like the movies and stuff did. I think like Hancock, as much as I love Hancock, I really dig her design, even though she suffers from like the same facial problems that every female character Oda draws post time skip has. I really dig her design. I really dig her, like, the idea that, like, Luffy and her shake up, but I think Oda will not want to piss off the Nami fans. Like, Nami is, like, the advertisement for that shit, man. And if not, then Nami X... Like, I can see Nami X Sanji happening, but even though, like, Nami respects... Like, Sanji respects Nami. But I can see that also happening still. Zoro X Tashigi is probably a thing. Like, if Usopp, then, like, Robin. Like, I could see Robin x Usopp or, actually Frankie x Robin. I could see that as well, though I don't believe it. Other canon coupling is, of course, Brook x Panties. Though then again, I'm like very bad at like guessing ships. I would have guessed that in the original Dragon Ball, like, okay, I was a kid, but like I didn't think they would go with like Goku Chi-Chi. I would think they would go Goku Bulma. Especially since the 23rd Budokai Tenkaichi. I think it's 23rd, right? Where he fights Piccolo, where Bulma says, well, he's handsome and stuff like that. And then later hint very heavily in Namek that she's like regretting not dating Goku. I mean, like in like one timeline she bangs his son, so yeah. To be honest, like Vegeta, like I was just thinking, what would Vegeta say in heaven when he like faces Gohan after like he finds out that he like banged his wife, and then I'm like, oh wait, we're talking about like pre-time skip android Vegeta. Who literally does not give a flying fuck about Bulma, right? I have to say, like, she officially never diddled Gohan in the timeline. That is like a very, very heavy implication that, like, at least, like, that Bulma has sexual interest in like Gohan, in like adult Gohan, but like, I wouldn't count on it. We are going like one step brighter on the blue of the clothing. But we go 2 steps brighter on the skin. So I need my dark gray. There. Sorry. I'm trying to like work with the colors a bit. I try to like make a bit of like better highlights. Because with black, I don't like that when you like draw over black. You just basically kill it. So I'm trying to get a bit of a color gradient in there, right? Oh, that... Dude, what happened to the color there? It just started getting texture in the palette. It wasn't like a bit weird. That song. Why are so many of these songs ass? Like absolutely ass, man. Like what? I like the color gradient on the chest. You cannot probably see it very well, but like on that part here, it's a bit brighter, and I got it where it moves to black, which is what I actually wanted all along, like having like color gradients because they look so much more living. So we're doing the next thing. We're doing now the blues first because now we can just go a bit higher. Can take us higher, so high. Oh, oh, oh. Can we get much higher? Small drop of color. Water. We try to make it like actually like a bit more liquid. I try to make it the same on the cloak now. Need to make it a bit more diluted. I don't want to do a wash basically, but I want to like, well, glaze, right? So yeah, I had it like I don't know why I had some topic that I wanted to talk about today. I totally forgot what I wanted to talk about. There was like one topic I was like, yeah, I want to talk about that on stream. I think the last few days I talked much about books. Oh shit, I didn't see Twitch chat. Sorry. Nobody wrote, that's good. I think I never like really talked about why I stopped playing Tacticals. I think I said that like two streams ago. I stopped playing Warhammer 40k Tacticals because I just noticed like that playing it made me way more unproductive. It made me like way more unproductive, and I feel like I actually like could see how that gacha worked and got in your head, basically, or like gachas in general. It was the first gacha game I played, and I said, well, I don't want to collect anime girls, so I collect Space Marines, basically. And I just see how predatory these games are. I was like, I just now stopped basically for two reasons. First of all, time investment, way too high. But also one other thing, they added timed campaigns. And time campaigns can be they have like permanent campaigns, but now they add timed campaigns with like capstones. And you can get them by buying the pack with all the heroes for the campaigns. You can participate, but you cannot get like the best rewards if you don't buy all the heroes. And I'm like, okay, that is so fucking predatory, man. Also, I've beaten like all the standard campaigns, so that's the content I played for, not the Guild Wars and stuff like that, even though there's a big appeal of gacha, like the post content, but And I've spent like my I think for like tacticals, I spent, if I'm not mistaken, I started playing in September and bought only the like I never bought anything else but the monthly payment things, and the first one is like €2 or something like that, and the other ones are like 4, I think. At least for me, it was always 4. So you can do the math, about €20, I would say, 20 to 25, which is like a big ass game. Like that's like some games. I did it for a gacha game, so like I'm honest with that. I spent that money just so I don't have to deal with the in-game shop, which I did not need to do. But that basically taught me that I will never play a gacha game in my life ever again. Also made me a bit more resilient about like gacha games in general. Like my opinion on gachas strengthened through that. And my opinion was that gacha games are predatory. Who would have thunk? Hey. You can see what I'm doing there. Let's see. We do one more color. We're finishing blue today, and the rest we do tomorrow. Tomorrow we have more time, but then I've done 2 hours of painting. I was like very, very, very surprised. About like the strong reaction about the new Dragon Age. I'm like very, very surprised about that. Like, how can you have a game that like nobody likes? But then again, like I was not very surprised. Because like the game, like not because of what you think it would be, like people are like the typical like internet bullshit, like culture wars bullshit. Oh yeah, they have pronouns, scars, and I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck, man? Just ignore it if you don't like it, or just don't. No, you know what? Just don't buy it. Best argument, always work. I love how like the people who are like, oh, why do people like who complain buy this game then, right? If they complain about like the lack of something, and I'm like, dude, just don't buy the other game then. And then they're like, dude, but I want to play the Dragon Age. And I'm like, yeah, the other people wanted to play it too, but anyway. But no, like, I'm surprised that like most people who played it said the gameplay itself was also not great. You know what I'm trying? But like most people were like saying the gameplay is also not good, which makes me a bit more intrigued because BioWare fans tend to eat shitty gameplay and say it's great. So yeah, we have done the blue. I think the blue looks really well. You know what we're also doing because it can dry by itself? We're getting our pink on, man. I want to see the good pink. And then I'm heading off. I have 3 minutes left, so we can do a bit of rimming. By the way, if you want to learn something about rimming, Google it. It's like actually quite a cool tactic to highlight miniatures. Like, trust me, bro. Just Google rimming. Everything will. Dude, why is this like flowing out like crazy? Pink, stop. The pink one's out of the bottle, man. Now I have so much pink on my palette, man. I did not want this. I have also pink on my finger. By the way, don't thin down this. Like, we want the coverage. I want to cover this in pink. Oh, dude, you cannot see the pink, man. It's like a very bright pink. Let's do a bit of like indirect lighting. And now you can see it. No, you cannot. Okay, let's do like this. Dude, how can you not see? Yeah, there you can. Like, you need to be in the shadows. It's a very bright pink. Very vibrant, but I need to paint it because that's my player's color. He wanted pink, so he gets pink. Dude, this song fucks, man. I love, by the way, how like there's like a German band. I want to call them out because they're fucking dicks. So there was like a recent social media post about Culture Candela. They're like a, well, now basically C-tier music band. They, in my opinion, I did not never like them to begin with, so like I have like a bias against them. But I saw a post about like a girl who was celebrating her 18th birthday, and like she texted Culture Candela and said, "What would we need like to get you like would for like 500 euros, you know? Would you just come to my 18th birthday? It would be special to me." And just perform one song. And he was like, dude, how dare you suggest even that, right? Like, dude was a fucking dick about it. Like, the entire chat log was posted, it was like, dude, how dare you, even if we get our, to get our people there and unload our equipment would cost even more and stuff like that, then we don't, like, we're not going there to, like, socialize with people and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, you nobody knows you anymore, right? You're like C-list. You're trashed here. You know, like you're only known by people who are stuck in like the early 2000s. So just like be happy that someone wants to have you like as a special guest for anything, you know? And like that poor girl was like texting, dude, sorry, I did not know that you would take offense to that. Simple no would have been enough. And he's not stopping. Like, he's like into her. And I'm like, dude, this is like an 80-year-old girl, like having the courage to ask someone, well, who was famous at one point, to come to like one of her most like significant days of like her young adult life. Maybe the most important for many people. And like, he's just a dick about it. I hate people like that. I hate like low tier like celebrities. So this fellow we will paint like tomorrow. I will go now because I need to go to work tomorrow again. So, sorry for the short stream, but we have 2 hours. Anyway, tomorrow we will finish that mini as far as we can, and for the rest of the week I need to see what's going on. Otherwise we start painting like the other 2 minis we have here. These 2, which will be a bit easier to paint because they're no small models. So thank you for watching, see you around, and wish you the best. Bye bye.